Hello and welcome to Aided Language Input for Parents. My name is Rebecca Benefield and I'm part of the Assistive Technology team here in Henry County Schools. If you have any questions following the presentation, you can contact me at my email, rebecca.benefield@henry.k12.ga.us or by phone at 770-957-8086, extension 04124. So this is Henry County's vision and mission. The core belief we are supporting today is that family and community involvement is critical to student success. So your child has a new communication system. What do you do now to help them at home? Well, first we're going to talk about the two types of vocabulary that there are. There is what is called a core vocabulary, which consists of the most frequently used words in the English language, and it's about 80% of what we say using approximately 200 words, and it typically consists of verbs, pronouns, and demonstratives. Fringe vocabulary, on the other hand, is made up of a large number of words that use less frequency in the spoken language. These are more content specific. Okay, so they're specific to a certain topic or certain environment. They might be words you use when you're at McDonald's, but they wouldn't be words you use when you're at school or you're at grandma's or things like that. Fringe vocabulary consists primarily of proper names and nouns. Okay, so core versus fringe vocabulary, the applicability across topics. So core vocabulary has a small number of words. Okay, so it's a small set of words. Like I said, it's about 200 words, give or take a few. Fringe vocabulary is a very large number of words. Okay, so it consists of many, many, many words. Core vocabulary words, they're very high frequency. We use those multiple times a day in multiple settings in different ways. So they have multiple meanings for these things. Fringe vocabulary, you might use them in one, maybe two settings about a specific topic. Applicability across environments. Again, like I said, core vocabulary can be used across many, many environments, while fringe vocabulary is really specific to certain environments. Applicability across topics. Core vocabulary can be used when you're talking about playing. It can be used when you're talking about eating. It can be used when you're talking about school things. So it's applicable across a lot of topics. Fringe vocabulary is really limited to whatever topic you're discussing that contains that vocabulary. Types of words, the core vocabulary includes a variety of parts of speech, while the fringe vocabulary includes mostly proper names and nouns. Okay? And then we've already talked about the usefulness in single message. So again, approximately 80% of the words in a sample of 100 total words will be core. So 80 out of 100 words will be your core words, but many of those words will be used over and over and over again, while approximately only 20% of the fringe words are used out of 100 words, okay? So you can see the big difference. You get more bang for your buck with that core vocabulary. So how many times do you think the typical one-year-old hears daddy, daddy, daddy modeled before he or she says it? Is it 100, 1,000, 5,000? What do you think? Take a minute, take a guess. So typically developing children are given over 5,000 models of word over 1 year before we expect them to demonstrate their first word. So you're like, dada, dada, pick me up. You know, dada, pick up, mama, pick up, mama, put down, mama. So they hear that word about 5,000 times during their first year before we even expect them to say their first words. So guess what? Model, model, model. Aided language input is also known as aided language stimulation or partner augmented input, but it is all modeling. What we do is we provide verbal models and expect language output in the same mode, right? So when you're talking to your child and you're practicing that mama, mama up, you're giving them that verbal and you're expecting them to give you verbal back. So guess what? When your child uses AAC, you got to speak AAC. You have to speak using the same symbol set and the same system that they're using in order to teach them to use the symbol set and the AAC system that they have, just like you would with your verbal output. So you got to model the use of core words about 1 to 2 words beyond the student's ability. So if your student or your child is at one word, like they're saying up, ball, mine, and they're using it in one word phrases, you might want to use 2, maybe 3 words. So you might say, mama up, ball mine, blue ball, red ball. So you're going to add that one extra word, but you're going to do it while you're using your symbol set system, okay? So 50 to 125 models of a word or word sequence before we expect the student to use it. So just think about it. You have to model the word 50 to 125 models before we can even expect them to use it, okay? In the beginning, what we want you to do is we want you to worry less about how much your child is using the words and more about how much you are using them. So you're going to use their system and you're going to talk with your child using that system. So some examples of activities that you can use every day for core word vocabulary are songs. Repetitive songs are great to use. So some of the core words that you might see are up. So there might be a song out there that has the word up in it, or cooking activities where you're cooking something and you're saying put it in. So put is one of those core words. So you could touch, oh, we're going to put it in. We're going to put it in. So use that over and over again. Snacks, meal times. And it's not, with snacks and meal times, it's not just more, but you can use eat, you can use like, you can use drink, you can use no like, don't like. You can definitely still use more, but it's beyond more, with this. Repetitive stories and books, Brown Bear, Brown Bear. The Very Hungry Caterpillar. Those are some books and things that you can definitely use to use core words. Pick 1 or 2 core words in there, and then those will be the core words that your student helps you read when you read the book with them. Arts and crafts, you can talk about putting it on, taking it off. You can want glue, want scissors, need glue, need scissors, need, want. Those are all core words. Okay, and then simple board games, my turn, your turn. Turn is a core word. So that would be one you would also use. Legos, put on, take off, put on, take off. Those all 4 are core words. Okay, so again, you see all these different ways you can incorporate this core vocabulary into just small activities you can do with your child every day. Going to the bathroom, pants down. Down is a core word. Pants is a fringe word. Pants up, okay? So you might verbally say pants up, but then point to up on the core board so that they understand, oh, up, we're going to pull them up. Sit down. Down is a core word. So again, there's different things you can use, different ways you can incorporate these core word vocabulary into your everyday. So making communication meaningful through engaging activities in natural settings. We want you to incorporate core vocabulary into frequently occurring routines throughout the day. So think about things that you do every day: getting your child dressed, brushing their teeth, eating breakfast, going to bed at night, reading a story, those things. And choose, 2, 3, 4, 5 specific core words that you want to use that day or for a week or however long with your child. And you can use those on those frequently occurring routines. And as you go on, you're going to add additional words as the child learns and masters the initial words that you give them. And then you can also engineer environment with many environmental mini strips. So what you can do is you can place the same core word pictures in different locations in your room. So for instance, in a classroom, we might post on the door, open, close, go, out. On the lights, we can post turn and then on and off. Those are all core words. On the bathroom door, we could post help, bathroom. Bathroom is a fringe word, but it is one that a lot of our kids typically have on devices or on core boards. And then, you would engineer your house. You would set your house up so that vocabulary is apparent and it's used every day. So one word at a time. Okay, so teach them one word at a time. Like I said earlier, you don't want to go really teach every word you can at one time. You want to pick 1, 2, maybe 3 words and focus on those 1, 2, or 3 words until mastery is set. Okay, use one icon as many times in the day as possible. And that way they learn where that icon is. And it's okay if at the beginning you're having to hunt for that icon or that picture symbol on your child's communication system. That's okay. We all do it. But here's some ideas of how to use these target words. So like on, turn on the music, put on clothes, put shoes on. So on this one, you would just be touching on. You might say turn on music, but you would only touch the word on this communication device. A block on the tower and turn on the water, wash your hands during bath time. Okay, so again, there's up and then clean and then open, eat, and want. So here's just some examples of what you can do. So it helps you get to thinking about, oh, I do use these words a lot during the day. All right, so thank you for watching. Again, if you have any questions, just contact me at rebecca.benefield@henry.k12.ga.us. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you.